how I normally like to start it off. You got anything, Mississippi Mike, you want to get off your chest?
Anything?
Anything you need to get off your chest?
Man, I need to I want to give a shout out to healing, man. I want to give a shout out to healing. Interpersonal healing. The reason I want to give a shout out is because I was on Snapchat the other day, and I had a Snapchat memory pop up,
What
and
you
it was it
38
was
or
it was about it was that memory was like 5 years ago. So it was back when I'm a youngin, but back when I was super youngin, you know what I'm saying? Before the little goatee started coming in. And I was on Snapchat venting, and I was looking back at it. You know what I'm saying? Um, it was definitely some young nigga shit because I feel like should no grown man just be on social media just venting like he crying and stuff. But everything I was saying was true. So basically, what I was saying was I was going off. Apparently, I had a little situation with a honey going on or something. But I was going off and I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like why do sometimes people go out their way to hit you up first? They slide in your DM or something, right? So you thinking, okay, let me see what's up. And then you end up being the one doing all the work on the back end, like starting the conversation, keep things going, engaging dates and stuff. Like, why you even wasted that person's time? You know what I'm saying? Now this is different. This is different than just like your average Joe sliding in your DM and him blowing up your phone up. I'm saying you came to me hitting like I was doing all right by myself over here chilling. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I probably had I ain't gonna lie to you. That time, I probably had a nice little roster, a little bench. You know what I'm saying? So you was trying to get on the Mike's team, and you did good at trials, but as soon as you got a jersey, you want to run no suicides no more. You just ain't even showing up to practice. So I say all that to say to get off my chest. The message is, y'all don't be out here wasting nobody's time if you ain't willing to put in the work. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm all for putting on a good first impression, show up to the job interview. But if you ain't gonna put that work in, you might well stay at the house.
yeah, you was first of all, you was definitely a young nigga over there venting about that on Snapchat. First of all, that is hilarious. He over there, I can see you with your phone in front of your face. Why when you done got over something and here they coming back into your life? That's
On
hilarious.
me. Then I typed it out too, and it was like three different segments. Snapchat, I don't know about now, but back then they used to have the word limit on how much you could type. You know how much I had to be typing to have three different segments?
First of all, I didn't. That's how I know you was wilding because I didn't even know that there was a word limit on Snapchat. You was typing that much. That is
On
crazy.
me.
That is,
On, on
yes.
me.
Shout out to healing. Get through shit. I will say, I from at least this could be as projecting, but I feel like that's a woman thing to hit you up and then you got to do all the talking. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, girl, talk, say something like, "Where's
You
your
feel
fucking
me?
personality?" God, I think a lot of times, I think, especially today, a lot of people don't have a lot of personality, so they don't know how to hold a conversation. You can tell if someone has personality if they can hold conversation over text message. They got next level personality
Yeah, yeah,
because not a
yeah.
lot of people can hold convo over text messages. And shout out to the women that will hit me up and they have follow up questions. That's what's
Mm-hmm.
important over DMs and text messaging. You have to have follow up questions. Don't just be like, "Hey, what are you up to?" Nothing.
It's dead. That's a
Like,
dead end.
like you got to be
That's a dead
like,
end.
or don't be like, "Good morning, whatever. How's your morning going?" Good
That's a
morning.
dead end.
Good morning. It's going well, bitch.
That's a dead end.
You're gonna follow up like my morning's going well. How about yours? It's that simple.
Right,
Or
right.
something small like, "Oh, my morning's going well. This weather is crazy. It was just good yesterday, and now it's chilly."
Yeah,
So where's
yeah.
the person I like? You obviously you want to talk to me. Fuck is up.
And then what was getting me? Now I ain't even gonna say was. I even still sort of see this. Not sometimes, you know what I'm saying, with not just myself, but like my homeboys and stuff. But like, okay, boom, y'all texting whatever is obviously dry, so you let it rock, or y'all get on the phone and it's dry, so you let it rock. Okay,
Mhm.
well, boom, hey, I hope you have a nice day. I'm gonna holler at you later. You don't even want to talk to me. Like, goddamn, we were just on the phone, not saying nothing for 2 minutes.
Like, bro, come and it's crazy. Like, there's this one girl that I've been talking to or whatever. And so I text her this morning. I was like, good morning. And I this little nickname that I'll be calling her, whatever. And she's like, good morning. Hey, he's stupid. Don't make it. I, I can tell you about the nickname offline and
That
why.
real, that real. Oh,
But she
one of
was
them.
like, yeah, she was like, good morning. How are you? And I was like, I'm good. And then I said something, blah, blah, blah. How's your morning been going? It's going well. I'm like, oh, bitch. Like, and it's crazy because in person, we be having fun, have all the conversation, everything to talk about. But it's like, girl, I'm not about to carry this conversation or whatnot. And that's why I'm always just like, I gotta like we gotta meet him. We gotta hang out in person because over
Yeah,
if it's over text for too long, I'm gonna lose interest.
yeah, facts,
So
facts.
I just can't do it. All right, I have a game.
All right.
It's either you get to pick which one we're gonna do first. Either it's called Make A or it's called Stay Woke or Foolishness.
Stay woke or foolishness.
All right. So Stay Woke or Foolishness, where I give you either a statement or either something that has happened. And Stay Woke means you either agree with it or that it actually happened. And then obviously foolishness is like you disagree with it or it didn't happen. All
Okay.
right. So do you know why black people run away when we laugh?
Dang.
So it's
Yeah.
be you
What's
got
the
something?
wait? So what's the rule again?
So for this, either stay woke or foolishness. Do you
Uh,
know why black people laugh? I'm about to give you the reason why. And you got to say, oh, yeah, I definitely agree with that. Or you like, nah, that's foolishness. So stay woke is I agree
oh,
with
okay.
it. So do you know
Mm.
why black people run away when we laugh? Because we already wasn't allowed to laugh on plantations. So we had to hide our laughs. So if they started laughing, they had to run away. So the slave masters didn't hear them. Stay woke or foolishness?
Is that true?
You tell me first, stay woke or foolishness?
Man, I think that's some foolishness. That sound like I ain't even gonna lie. That sound like some Dr. Umar type shit. Like that's the reason why I thought it was gonna be something else. You know what I'm saying? But that sort of got a little dark. God damn. That's why when I be kikiing too hard, my legs start moving because my
Yep.
ancestors couldn't.
Yep.
God
And
damn.
that's why sometimes we hit our leg because it takes us back to when we was getting those whippings when we were laughing. What the fuck y'all laughing for?
Bro,
Ain't
you
no
just you
kikiing.
just made it
Ain't,
up.
ain't
You
no
just made
kikiing.
it up.
Ain't no kikiing on my plantation. That's what that's about. But yeah, I just made it up. So
Yeah, you
foolishness.
just
That's
made it
foolishness.
up. Yeah, it's
So
foolishness for
that's
sure.
foolishness. All right. So this is just so stay woke would mean you agree with the statement. This one,
Mm,
foolishness means you disagree. It didn't
okay.
matter. It doesn't matter if Angel Reese is a woman or black. In certain cases, sports fans just love to see a confident, cocky athlete who normally talks shit being humbled by a big loss. Stay woke or foolishness.
Stay woke. Stay woke for sure. Stay woke for sure. I was
Why?
actually just having this conversation with somebody. Like I think it makes it easier to create like a villain narrative because she's a woman in black. You know what I'm saying? But I really think all this like a media tactic. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, like and no, and not to discredit anything revolving basketball or women's sports in general, but like women's college basketball has like goddamn quadrupled its viewership and shit like within the past few years, in large
Exactly.
part to the Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark thing, what they doing over in South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Especially like just with predominantly black teams
It's
hooping
been
at
brewing.
such
It's
a high
been
level.
brewing for the last couple seasons. It's been brewing and getting more and more popular. This year, it's finally hit that top tier.
For sure, and it's even surpassed the men's hoops. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I sort of keep up with the men's hoops just for like brackets and stuff, but like being real, I be watching the girls like they be going at it, they going ham. You know what I'm saying? Getting buckets. But I don't think this is anything new. Like it's pretty much a fact. We were just talking about the Magic and Larry Bird thing. Like the NBA like purposely created a narrative between Magic and Bird to increase their viewership. Like back then in the early 80s, the NBA was not a top sports league when you looked
It,
at like
bro.
football, baseball, all that. They was going broke. They
It
needed Magic
was
and Bird
it was on tape delay back then. It was tape delay, like that they would the game would be played. It wouldn't air on. Let's say the game was played at 5 p.m., but it wouldn't air on TV until 8 p.m. or whatnot.
Right.
And like you said, they purposely did Bird versus Magic, white versus black, LA versus Boston, Hollywood versus blue collar, blue collar
Mm-hmm.
employees. They did that because rivalries and that kind of stuff makes everything bigger. They do that like
Right.
media does all the time. Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady. Colts versus
Mm-hmm.
Patriots. They did the
Mm-hmm.
Lakers, LA Lakers versus Sacramento Kings. The Warriors
Right.
versus LeBron versus the Warriors. LeBron versus Steph Curry. LeBron versus KD. They wanted it so
Mm-hmm.
bad. They wanted it so bad to be LeBron versus Kobe. And then the Magic, Orlando Magic
Yeah.
ruined it for everybody. But
Yeah.
I agree with you though. Like they love to see if you're an athlete being and you're cocky or you're overly confident or you talk shit, there's going to be a section of people that want to see you humble. The perfect
Right.
example over the last couple of years, the Memphis Grizzlies, Dylan Brooks, Ja Morant,
Mm-hmm.
all them niggas was talking mad shit to the Lakers and to
Oh,
the whole Western Conference, to LeBron. They love to see LeBron humble Dylan Brooks.
yeah. Yeah.
That's what it is. So on
And
one
it makes
end,
money.
it makes a lot of money because when you see people love to watch what they hate.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
love people love giving attention to what they hate. So they're like, oh, I hate Dylan Brooks. I gotta watch him lose. So
Yeah.
them, they're also like, I hate LSU. I hate Sylvia Reese. I hate Kim Mulkey. I hate everything about LSU. I want to see
Yeah.
them lose. Now, like you were saying, we're not going to disregard the other part because you do have the other part that just these trash. You got the racist folk that's going to come in and
Right.
bring the race shit into it. And you're going to have these
Right.
horny ass dudes that's going to bring the sexual part. I mean, I'm scrolling through
Right.
Twitter. So they can't like it's not there. I'm scrolling through Twitter. I'm seeing women also talking about our ain't got no baddies on 18. Where's all the bad
Right.
at? Like, who the
Because
fuck?
that's what some people watch it for, just to see who's a baddie, and they know they 35 years old, and these are 18-year-olds. We ain't even gonna get into that. But that's real. I think all that, like what you said, and I agree with that. I think the race thing amplifies it, but I also think that even if LSU was completely comprised of just white women, they would still find a way to create a narrative of like a hero and a villain thing. They would find something where it's geographical, north versus south,
Yep.
or one team, them girls sort of being a little slim and pale, and the other ones being a little more heavy set.
Blue collar
You know what I'm saying?
city versus blue collar
The
city
swamp.
versus yeah versus the swamp.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So
so
yeah.
they're gonna do that no matter what. So all right, so that was stay woke. All right. Stay woke or foolishness. Paul Pierce said he gained respect for Caitlin Clark in Iowa because they went out there and handled some black girls. That's where he he got respect for Iowa and Caitlin Clark.
It was already foolishness when you said Paul Pierce,
Paul
because it's
Pierce.
like he makes it so hard, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me as a basketball fan growing up, like when him and the Lakers thing, the Celtics Lakers, you know what I'm saying? Like, I actually had respect for Paul Pierce as a player, and I still do. Paul Pierce was a
For a
bucket
player. Yeah, he was a bucket.
as a player. He was a bucket, but it's like it's almost like he tries to make himself hated. He was already going to be hated by certain people just because he was a Celtic and all these
He
things.
was going to be
I
hated
have
no matter what by Lakers and Miami Heat fans.
Yes, yes. Me personally, as a Southern New Orleans Pelicans fan who really didn't give a fuck, I ain't had no reason to hate on Paul Pierce. But then he started talking shit about like running people for no reason, and I was like, bro, like, why you always dick riding? So to get back to that statement, yeah, I mean, it was already foolish just off him saying it. Now I'm gonna play devil's advocate and try to give benefit of the doubt. I know, like, not trying to make everything a race thing, but let's just be real. It means something in athletics, especially sports that are dominated by predominantly black athletes. It means something when a white person come along and get a bucket. Just like I was saying about Larry Bird. Larry Bird was getting buckets when the NBA
Because,
was
yeah,
transitioned to being mostly black players. So I don't know if I agree with just like the way he said it, but I
I
sort
know
of
what
get what
you
he's
mean
saying.
though. I know what you mean because on two things, like the first thing you said is you don't often see that many white people doing that in a predominantly black sport. But then
Yeah.
also, black people just be assuming, like, I'm being in college, we out there hooping, white boy come in, and you be like, I'm going to white boy because you don't think he's
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
be able to
going
hoop.
here.
And then out of nowhere, this nigga getting bucket.
Now all of a sudden he Mac McClung. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
like,
And then
like
you
goddamn.
shocked because black folk just assume if it's a white boy that can hoop, he's just catch and shoot. And then he gets out there
Yeah.
and start crossing niggas, back and posting up, fadeaways, up and unders, making play
Yeah.
back, not just fundamentals. And so that also goes into our cockiness. So I
Yeah.
see what you mean. Like his statement's foolishness, but when you talk about
Yeah.
the other way, even part of it is foolishness that we think, oh, the white boy coming in, I got him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or whatever. But no, I know what you mean. But Paul Pierce, yeah, he just, and
He goofy.
I hate it too because he was such a phenomenal player. But because
Yes.
he sounds so stupid, teenagers ain't looking at that nigga as anything no more. He just be sounding dumb. And
Nah.
I saw the statement, and that also shows you how far down Skip Bayless and Undisputed has come because that shit is trash now.
Man, I'm about to watch this shit.
Skip Bayless is like Shaq in a Boston Celtics jersey.
That's crazy. That's a fire. That's a fire comparison. That's a fire comparison.
That's
But yeah,
Skip.
that's crazy for him to say.
Like,
Like
what do
I
you
think like like how we were saying just now, seeing the white person pull up in the gym. Like, of course you see that, but it's like Caitlin Clark ain't never have to beat a team of black girls to be validated. Caitlin Clark's rookie year is what we're seeing Juju Watkins do now. Like Caitlin Clark was that girl when she first came in at Iowa. You know
It's
what I'm
just that it's
saying?
more popular now.
Right. Now look, if she somehow go off and beat South Carolina this year, then I'm gonna be
Nigga.
like, she extra goldie. She
Oh,
extra
yeah, yeah.
goldie.
I got nothing to say because all this stuff talking about she's the greatest women's basketball player of all time. Like, chill out, y'all. Calm down, first of all, because there
Yeah.
was a chick named just about 10 years ago. There's a chick named Brianna Stewart that went to UConn. And
Bucket.
this woman won 4 NCAA championships, 4 AAC championships. No, yeah, three most outstanding player awards, 3 national player of the year awards, can get you buckets like a motherfucker. Like, nigga, if you're talking about just that shit, come on, dog. Like, then
Like
there's Candace Parker, Diana Taurasi,
bucket.
Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Swoop.
Bucket.
Like, calm
Bucket.
down, bro. Cheryl Swoops
I mean,
was called the Michael Jordan of women's basketball. She's the
facts.
first female athlete to have a signature shoe, bro.
Facts. I mean, even just not even that far, even just a couple years ago, Sabrina, I'll be messing up her last
Sabrina
name, but
Live,
she was
yeah. Kobe,
she
she
was
was
like
the female
The
Kobe.
Luka Doncic, yeah, female Kobe, like bro. So not to downplay Caitlin at all,
No,
but
no,
also
no.
this it's like, man, Paul Pierce just be saying stupid shit. Right?
And
Let's
yeah.
next one.
All right. All right. Stay woke or foolishness. There is a Brazil nut that is often referred to as nigger toes. Stay woke or foolishness?
Is this a fact? Am I allowed to ask? Is this a fact?
That's what you're trying to figure out. Is it a fact?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Stay woke means you think it's a
I mean,
fact.
yeah. I'm gonna say stay woke. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Shit.
Yes.
That's crazy. I am surprised. I lied. I lied.
There used to be, they've stopped doing it, obviously, but throughout the 1800s and mid 1900s, so not that long ago, till like the 1950s or something, there was a nut that was homegrown in Brazil, and they referred to him as nigger toes.
I bet that nut was fire too.
Bruh, I was pause. Nah, that nut was fire.
Double pause.
Hey, bro.
No Diddy.
No Diddy. That's wild. All right. So this part is definitely true. Atlanta has now been ranked 3rd in the country in new HIV infections. Right?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. But this is the part that you got to say, is it stay woke or foolishness? It's being diagnosed mainly in the African-American heterosexual women community for most of the new infections. And they're saying most of those new infections are because of the rise and popularity in OnlyFans and sex work being normalized. Is that part stay woke or foolishness?
Now you know I got a public health degree, so this sort of in my lane.
That's why I brought this
I've
on here.
I've heard and seen of everything you said up until the rise in popularity in the OnlyFans, man. I think that's straight foolishness. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Really, I'm not surprised. The number 3 really surprised me. I would have thought Atlanta would been number 1, first of
Right.
all. You know what I'm saying? So number 3, there might be a pat on the back for Atlanta. Doing something good.
So
yeah, that's crazy. The OnlyFans thing, I ain't hear that part, but that I don't
so
believe that
yeah,
shit.
I made up the OnlyFans part. That's foolishness. The
Okay,
OnlyFans part.
yeah, that's foolishness.
But yeah, so my homegirl who's a nurse as well, and I looked it up that most of the new cases have been from straight black heterosexual black women actually,
Right.
which is crazy. I don't know a reason behind it, but I figured let me add this part and see stay woke or foolish.
Well, so you know, I can provide a little insight.
Go ahead, brother.
So it's sort of double fold. I think more like one part is partly due to just like anatomy. Vagina is easier for women parts to contract any STD than it is for a penis. It's risk for both, but like I mean, you actually going inside of one of them. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And then the other thing, which is like unique to metropolitans like Atlanta, LA, is the distribution, I guess, of I guess I would say like in the closet guys. You know what I'm saying? Like areas that want for one it's sort of like a fact that like men who have sex with men are at higher risk of those particular like STDs, right? But you like in those cities, like you have a lot of guys who are like in the closet, so like they're dating or married or having sex with straight women who are assuming that they are straight men, right? So it's not as much so like the women are passing it amongst women or to guys, but it's really like a lot of guys who may or may not be infected are passing it to women
And
who are
it's
straight.
easier for when you are participating in homosexual sex between two men, it's easier to contract it that way as well, right?
Right,
Like from those ways, it's easier to contract. So if they're
right.
not being safe, then that's also what happens as well.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Atlanta is a wild, wild place, boy. And it's
It
so
is.
so leading from
Yeah, it
that.
is.
So
Yeah.
stay woke or foolishness. This is what this dude I went to college told me because I posted something on Instagram about that. He was like, "Well,
Mm-hmm.
you need to go ahead and you need to just move to Macon, Savannah, or Augusta then because there's plenty of black women there as well." And I said, "So I'm like, dude, you want me to pack up my life, try to find a new when I enjoy my job here, try to find a whole new job, start a whole new chapter in my life, move to a smaller town." Move away from my family and my circle of friends because Atlanta
Mm-hmm.
has the most new cases. I said, and also because I'm not out here just fucking around anyways. But and he was like, well, I mean, to each his own, but you can find just as many beautiful black women in those places, and there's just as much to do. Stay woke or foolishness on his part.
Man, that's foolishness, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You trying to now? If you trying to, do like some pay rides, maybe find you know what I'm saying, the one, put that shiny piece right there, maybe. And no discredit to those other places, but on behalf of me, OG Will, and the other, you know what I'm saying, young fly guys out here, you know what I'm saying. Atlanta is popping. They got the brunch scene. You know what I'm saying. It got more things to do. You have a festival going on every week. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of like culture just from like youth. It's a lot of HBCUs. So you getting a bunch of black people, black professionals from all over the world coming to Atlanta. It's a lot going on. Even if you're not big into like just like party scenes or anything like that, there's like a lot more opportunities for networking and stuff on a serious note. But once again, no discredit. Not this. I mean, he right. It's not like it's no black women in those other places. It's definitely some. I know a couple, but it's not like I'm gonna just be like, I'm gonna move out there over Atlanta. Only thing you guys gonna save is on rent. Yeah.
That's the only thing. It's just rent, rent and traffic, rent and traffic.
That
Rent and travel.
traffic a backbreaker.
But it's like, dude, what are you talking? I'm gonna read you what he actually said to me. So I'm like, bro, I'm like, I'm not gonna. I said because also you're acting like I'm out here just fucking anything and being unsafe as well. Like that doesn't make sense. But he was
How
like,
about that?
he said, leave all of them women alone. Period. In Atlanta, better go to Athens, Savannah, or Macon. This nigga said Athens, Athens. And I was like, I respectfully disagree, my brother. I'm thinking we're joking and shit. I'm just like, LOL.
Yeah.
The amount of beautiful, smart, down-to-earth black women here is untouchable. Well, with those statistics, you can keep them here too. All of those characteristics you are describing are in other parts of Georgia, and they are actually homegrown Georgia peaches and not from other states. And I said, well, bro, I'm not starting a whole new life, finding a new job, moving away from my family, my nephew, my sister, my circle of friends, and moving to a small town to start all over. And then I'm like, bro, I work in higher ed. There's a lot of universities here. It's not like it's a bunch of universities there. He said, so I said, I'm not sure what kind of women you think I date, but I love my life here. Good luck, to each his own.
And you know what? You know what he failed to understand too? That you, Mr. Willie Southside Thomas, you are a wholesome family man.
Come on now.
You have a lot of value, and just on the juxtaposition, you have a lot to lose if you were just to, not to say that you wouldn't thrive any other place, but you already thriving here, and this place matches your energy. So why would you go somewhere that's lacking?
Right, because I'm also going to protect myself. I'm not just going to pick up a woman on Edgewood, like, hey, let's have sex without knowing who you are.
Oh,
Like,
me.
like, what are y'all
Oh,
thinking? What are y'all thinking? All right,
man,
that
he
was.
think you one of them.
See, that's the problem. People have this notion and idea of what they think Atlanta is, and then there is what Atlanta actually is, and they don't understand
Right.
that people that live here, we're not out partying and hookah lounging and smoking and turning up every day, bro. Like I go to work. I'm recording a podcast with you on a Wednesday evening. Like I was just reading. I literally was just reading my Bible earlier today, bro. Like I was reading.
Wholesome family man.
I go to church. I go to brunch. Go to the gym. Go to festivals. I'm not out and most of us, especially nigga, I'm 36. You think
Damn.
I'm in? I knew it was coming, jackass. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. But William is not out in the clubs. I'm not out there.
No,
Now, people, I think it's like they think if I post something of me having fun with people, they automatically think that's the club. I'm like, guys,
that's a
that was.
one-time thing.
But even the picture I will post that it looks like I'm at the club, nigga, I'm at a cigar lounge. I'm at brunch. Like I'm like,
Exactly.
I'm chilling. Like someone posted a video of Juicy Crab. Did you see this video of Juicy Crab? And they had a DJ and it was in there looking like the club turned up.
I ain't see
I'm
that.
gonna have to send that to you, bro. It's crazy as hell. I'm like,
How
that's
me?
not William. Huh? Yes. How how'd you
It was
know?
how it is. Cause shit, that's the one I used to go to. What you mean? Shit.
Hold on, I'm about to send it to you. That is hilarious.
Shit. I done been in there before. You can't even hear what the person across me
I would
saying.
be like that all the time.
It was like that a couple times I was there. But the one on High Mill, they gonna make you some good drinks for sure. For sure, for sure.
That's hilarious. So my homeboy was like, they was walking up and they got there and they saw a DJ setting up. So they turned around and got the hell out of there. Bro.
Yeah, they said the young niggas out tonight.
Yep. Hey, if I see a bunch of too many people in their 20s, I'm out.
I'm saying, way, bro. I don't be messing with them youngs.
All right, one more game. We're gonna get you out of here. All right, so this is called Maker. We're gonna do Maker. Let me see which one we're gonna do. We talked about our crushes last time. I'm gonna save this one for next time. You gotta make a musical supergroup consisting of five
Okay.
people. You can pick one artist, one producer. You can pick anyone from the decades of the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020s. So that's 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020s. Pick one person from at least five of those decades out of the 6 decades to make a super group.
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive.
Okay. My producer, Timberland.
Okay.
And I mean decade.
What decade is that? 90s or 2000s then?
I'm gonna go 90s.
Okay. For the 90s, you got Timbaland.
Yeah. Um, for the 70s,
Mm-hmm.
Marvin Gaye.
Okay. All right. Bruh, that would be wild thinking of Marvin Gaye on the Timbaland track. Bruh, I'm just
I'm cooking something here. I'm cooking
I'm thinking
something.
what would that sound like? That's crazy.
Okay.
Okay.
2000s,
Okay.
70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. Was 2010s in it or not?
Yeah, 20. It's all the way up 2010s, 2020s.
Oh, okay. But I got to pick five.
Yeah, pick out of the 6 decades from the 70s through the 2020s. You got to pick at least one person from 5 of those decades.
Okay. Um, 90s. Wait, I already got 90s. Timberland. Okay,
Yep.
2000s. I want 2000s Usher.
Okay. Which, by the way, just throwing this out there, y'all. Usher actually was the highest selling artist of the 2000s decade. So you picked good.
Oh, give me 2000s Usher. Give me 2010s Beyonce.
Okay. All right, one
Give
more.
me give me 80s. So I get to do 80s or 2020s. Give me 80s. Hmm, see, 80s had damn near as many like groups as they had solo acts. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
about to look up the biggest artists
I
of
mean, the easy one would be Mike, but I can't think of Mike in a group. You know what I'm saying?
Whitney Houston.
Whitney and B.
Shoot, you could say NWA.
Well, that's a group though. So do groups count?
Yeah, groups count. You can count a group as an artist. I'll take that
Oh
too.
shit! 80s. Give me I want New Edition.
Oh, interesting. So it's hella R&B, no rap at all.
Hey, just vibes, bro. Just vibes. I
Now,
need to have I need 5 niggas on a track singing about one woman that broke one of their hearts.
who is going to be the lead singer of this group?
B, it's her group.
Is Beyonce's group?
Yeah.
Okay, it's Beyonce's group. Okay, that's so.
Wait, hold on. I take that back because B like with this being R&B, she could provide like that touch of like
Pop.
them tones and melodies in the background. Like you know how like 90s rap, like Tupac and them, they always had that. Like I don't know who them ladies were in the background, be singing and shit.
Yeah.
She could be doing that. She'll get some fire. So the lead and Marvin, he could do some fire like background too. The lead would be, I guess, Usher.
See, I would have thought Marvin Gaye would be the lead.
Marvin to be the lead,
Yeah, that's what
okay,
I
and
would think
Usher and
that.
B in the background.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought that Marvin Gaye takes the lead, and you would have. But then on the album, you could have songs where, because we know Usher and Beyonce got some, they got some chemistry already. So there's
Yeah.
certain songs where it's just Usher and Beyonce. Then there's songs where it's
Mm-hmm.
just Marvin Gaye and Beyonce. I look at it like Beyonce and Marvin Gaye, no matter what, are on every song. But
Yes.
but then there are certain songs that Usher may not be on this one, New Edition may not be on this one.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but then I think the lead single would be Beyonce and New Edition on the first single because there's gonna be R&B vibes, but Beyonce can bring the pop in there too.
Yes. Yes.
And because it's gonna sell, because you got the female artist with the group
Right.
with all
Right.
guys too. And I'm just picturing what the fuck a Beyonce New Edition and Timberland track is gonna sound like. That is
You
crazy.
know the beat gonna be fire. The
Yeah,
instrumental
the
gonna
beat's
be
gonna
fire.
be hard as hell. Like it's like thinking of something from the genuine Aaliyah-esque.
Yeah. But you know, Timberland, like he also good at sampling too. So he
Uh-huh.
gonna be able to bring in stuff from the 70s Marvin's era and still sample it on some shit for B and New Edition in them. Then you got New Edition. You know, they was on their way, but Ronnie and Mike Bibb, they do a little rapping and too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
And oh yeah, because New like you had them from the New Jack Swing era, from them going to BBD, Poison, and all of that.
mm-hmm,
So you can bring in
mm-hmm,
that hip hop R&B 90s era vibes in there as well. So now
mm-hmm.
you got the 60s and 70s and 80s soul music with Marvin Gaye.
Yep,
You got the New Edition, the 80s R&B and the 90s New Jack Swing era vibes in there as well. With
yep,
Timbaland, you got that 90s sound, but the futuristic 90s sound. You got the
mm-hmm,
2000s hip hop as well, and he knows R&B as well. All the Missy music, Aaliyah, Genuine,
mm-hmm,
all of
mm-hmm.
that vibe as well. You got Usher and Beyonce, who's 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna have R&B, but you got the pop sound with both of them as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
This is a futuristic, soulful R&B hip hop album
It's
right here.
vibes, bro.
So, all right,
It's
so
vibes.
when
They
you drop the album, when you drop the
mm,
album, when you're dropping the album, who are you going to use as the lead to market the album the most? You got to pick one of them that's going to market. Who you going to use to market the album? Who's going to market? Are you picking Marvin Gaye, Usher, Beyonce, or New Edition? To me, I think there's only two right answers you can pick to market the album. Probably one.
well, I think common sense wise it would be B, you know what I'm saying? Um
Oh,
I
you get
think
a
if you had
couple
to come down
Jay-Z
to
features. You get a couple Jay-Z features.
yeah, yeah. I think if it came down to two, it would just be Usher and B just because of I mean, if we was to drop an album like this today, they're the ones who relate the most with this generation of music listeners overall.
Then
You know
that's
what
a
I'm
better
saying?
question
Like,
then. What era would you drop this album?
okay, if I had to pick an era to drop it in, I would drop it I would drop it late 90s and I might have Marvin Gaye drop it, assuming he's alive and all.
I fucks with that. I fucks with that.
I might have him drop it, like make it be like you know how like those old cats they got older, but then they be like, hey, I'm dropping a new album. It's gonna have some fresh voices on it. You know what I'm saying? Like he would be like Charlie Wilson type shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's how I would do it.
Hey, that's funny as hell. Yeah, late 90s, Marvin Gaye's leading it. He's marketing the album.
Yeah,
It's his comeback tour.
it's a
Comeback tour.
comeback
And
tour,
he got a
but he
couple
got some heavy hitters.
yeah, he got heavy hitters and fresh voices and
Fresh
this
voice.
new talented producer.
Hell yeah. So he's gonna appeal to the young and blossoming Beehive Beyonce fans. You know, he's gonna appeal to the ladies that love Usher and the guys that be bumping him right before they get into a shootout. You know what I'm saying? But because he already has that stature, he's also going to appeal to the OGs who actually grew up listening to Marvin Gaye type
Yeah.
shit. Like they gonna be like, oh, my guy Marvin, he about to drop another project. This take me back, man. You know what I'm saying? So that I would really market with him
You got the
in that
60s
era.
to 2000s babies coming out to the concert. What time of year are you starting the tour?
What time of year am I starting the tour? Mm. Well, it's a reason for the season. You know what I'm saying? Um, we gonna start it. We gonna start it in the fall. It's gonna be a fall thing. It's gonna be mostly like nightclub, you know what I'm saying, jazz hall, stuff like that. Nothing big. We ain't doing no basketball arenas. It'll probably get to that level towards the end,
In the
or
spring or
maybe do like
something?
another tour. Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll probably get to that level just out of popularity. But starting off, it's gonna be a mellow vibe, and it's gonna be in the fall too. So you know they gonna hit Beyonce's birthday in September. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna help with the promotion and
And y'all
stuff.
gonna perform in
Um,
Houston. Y'all perform in Houston on her birthday.
yep, yep, yep.
What's the
Mm-hmm.
overall sound of the album though?
The overall sound gonna be like a neo soul vibe, neo
Okay.
soul pop.
Bunch of niggas
It's gonna
singing about how they miss her. I broke your heart. And Beyonce singing from the woman's point of view.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, like the birth child of it's gonna have a little bit of New Jack Swing. You know what I'm saying? But that
Speaking of
neo
that, have
soul.
you all seen my videos that I made about the impact of neo soul and the impact of New Jack Swing that I've posted on YouTube and TikTok, by the
Because if you
way.
haven't seen it, then you
Mhm.
need to go
All right.
see it.
One more question, then. Who's opening for y'all on your tour?
Who's
Anybody.
opening
Now
like
you can pick anybody from any era now. Who you have as your
got
opening act. To me, I think I'll let you answer first, and I'm gonna say who I think is perfect to be an opening act.
I don't know why, and I'm not. This is not a definite answer, but just because we were sort of talking about like neo soul, I was gonna say Jill Scott.
I can see that.
But who you gonna say?
I was gonna say Anderson .Paak because
Oh shit, that would be fire.
yeah, yeah, Anderson .Paak because he embodies all the sounds of those artists that's gonna be performing and that's in the group. He embodies he got a little neo soul vibes in there. He got the R&B,
Mm-hmm.
he got the hip hop in there, he got some New Jack
Mm-hmm.
Swing sounds, he got the pop sound. He will sound dope over some Timbaland tracks too.
He would.
He's got all the sounds that you will want. So I think Anderson .Paak will be good as hell opening up for y'all. And he's funny. And he plays I'm not saying he's as talented as Prince, but he's like modern day
But he
Prince
could
because
play
he plays like all the different instruments. He writes music, he raps, he sings, he can
for
croon,
sure.
he can do it all. So I think Anderson .Paak will be a great opener for whoever. I don't even know what name you can have for this group.
Hey man, we I don't know. Shit.
Look, you know what it is. That's the name of the group. You
Yeah,
know
you know what it is.
coming to the
Hey,
stage.
YKYI something. I don't know.
No, YKWII. You know what it is. There you go. YK. Yeah, we got it.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, we coming to the end, Chicken Liquor Hour. You know how we like to end it. Mississippi Mike, leave us on something to say for the culture.
Hey man, look, keep your head up.
Right.
Every day is a new day that we've never seen before and we'll never see again. So make the most of it. Stay
Every
thirsty, my
day.
friend.
Oh my God. Why did he add that in there? That was why
I
did
mean, but
he add
it sounded
that?
good with it though,
It
right?
did. It did.
It sort of had a little rhyme to it
What
too.
was that? What did you say again? Every day, what?
Every day is a new day, one that we haven't seen before and we'll never see again. So make the most of it. Stay thirsty, my friends.
All right, man. It's been another hour of the Chicken and Liquor Hour. You are done. Another hour of the Chicken Liquor Hour. Appreciate y'all for listening. We'll do this again. Next time we're gonna draft our favorite white people and see how that
I
goes.
gotta do some research on that.
All right, y'all. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe. Chicken and Liquor Hour.